Hi everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today I thought we would talk about frugal burnout. Is it something that you have experienced? So many people want to be able to save money and be able to pay their bills when they come in on time and still want to be able to do fun things. And so many people feel strapped, like that's not even attainable. And frugal living can make things where they are attainable. But doing this day in and day out sometimes will just take its toll on folks, and they feel like they just can't continue this lifestyle long term. And it is a lifestyle. It is something that you have to make the decision of whether or not you want to live frugally and how important it is to you. How important is it to you to meet your goals? How important is it to you to have some security? How important is it to you to be able to do things that you want to do? And frugality doesn't always mean depriving yourself. It can mean opening up those doors to having things available to you that weren't available to you when you didn't live frugally. But that frugal burnout can be real. So let's get started and talk about that. So the first thing to think about is, are you limiting yourself too much on important things in your day-to-day life? It's important to budget in things that are important to us, important in a way that they make our life fulfilled and worth living. If we just save all the time and we never get to do anything fun with that money that we save and we pinch and we budget, it can be overwhelming sometimes, and it can cause that frugal burnout. So I get told a lot from people, well, you're frugal, so why would you do that? Being frugal doesn't mean that you save in every single way you could possibly save. It means that you choose in the ways that you save, so you can choose in the way that you spend money on the things that are important to you. So yes, I can be frugal, but that doesn't mean that I don't spend in areas that I want. So are you cutting back in areas that are super important to you? Make sure you budget some of those in there. Budget in if you want to take a vacation. Budget in if you want to go out to eat. Budget in the things that matter to you, that bring fulfillment to your life. Don't completely make those things not attainable. Those things can be attainable if we work them into our budget and we live frugally in other areas. So don't be fooled in thinking that you can't have what you want when you're frugal. Too much deprivation can sabotage all of our plans when we do that. The second thing to think about is, are you planning relaxing activities to avoid having frugal burnout? Are you planning free activities or relaxing activities like taking a walk, reading a book, taking a bubble bath, sitting outside in your yard, working in your flowers or your garden, anything that you enjoy? Are you working them into your life? Because if you remember the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Remember that saying? So I think about last summer. We took 2 or 3 days and we went to the water park with a couple of my friends, and we laid out in the sun and we stood in the pool and we visited, and then we'd lay in the sun. And all I could think about is, this is the life. You know, this is like the most wonderful thing in the world. It's so relaxing. I'm so happy. It's just so wonderful to be here with my friends in the sunshine. And it cost about a total of $12 for my husband and I to get into the pool. So experiences like that don't have to be expensive. Think about when you're doing things and you think, wow, this is the life, and add those into your budget, because those are the days that you come home feeling like you really enjoyed your day and that everything you're doing up to this point is worth it? Are you limiting large life day-to-day tasks that are just really difficult for you? Some people try to do too many frugal things at once or too large of frugal goals and mix them into their day-to-day life, which just makes their life haphazard and awkward and uncomfortable. So that's why I choose to add all of these little things into my day-to-day life that I don't even notice, that just become part of my schedule, that save me money but don't affect my quality of life. So think about what you have added into your life that is frugal. How are you doing your laundry? How are you doing your dishes? How are you cleaning your house? How are you spending your Saturday afternoons? Look at the different things that you've added into your day-to-day life that are frugal. Are they too big? Are they too difficult? Are they what are causing you to be burnt out in frugal living? And then maybe reassess some of those for maybe some smaller areas that won't be as stressful and won't build that feeling of fatigue. You want these lifestyle changes to be something that you can sustain over the long haul. Things that you can continue to do that will benefit you but don't cause you stress to do them. And are you focusing on being frugal so much that it's consuming your days and it's causing you added stress? Are you thinking about every single thing that you do, spend, every waking moment? Are you focusing on that where it is adding stress to your day-to-day life? Many times we focus on things we don't want instead of things that we do. And that's how that burnout can happen with living frugal. So maybe think more about some short-term goals that you can benefit from living this lifestyle. So you feel like you are being rewarded and you can see the progress. And also plan some long-term goals. For us, we love to take vacations. We love to camp. We were able to take a trip to Florida last year and pay for the whole thing and come home with no debt. Things like that make it worth it to us to live frugally because we know there's a payoff in the end. And like I said at the beginning, we don't limit ourselves all the time. We plan for things like this that make a difference. I was able to write a check out last year for a car and I didn't owe any money because I had been able to save so that later on I had no car payment and no interest. Remind yourself of those things that you do that make it worth it to save in those small ways that don't cause you stress. Keep tabs on that frugal burnout barometer so that you just don't crack and go on a spending spree. There's times people say, I'm just gonna throw in the towel, I've had it, this is just not for me. And then later, they're regretting it when those bills come in the mail. So keep tabs on that. Don't let it get out of control. Don't let that burnout consume you and go up in flames. And then the last tip that I have for you to think about is to feel free to stop doing something that is not working for you. If you are doing different things and they are not working for you, find something else to replace it with that will work for you. Don't make living frugally a burden. It should be fun. It should be exciting. It should be something where you want to pat yourself on the back and you say, wow, I'm not missing out on anything. I am living the dream and I'm still able to do everything I want to do by saving in these areas that just don't matter. That's the way frugal living, in my opinion, should be. Let me know what you think frugal living should be. I don't think it should be a stressor on your back. I think it should just flow through your day like it's any other task that you do without even thinking about it. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope that you are not experiencing frugal burnout, and I hope that you stay with this journey to live frugally and see the benefits and the exciting things that it can provide you and your family. And I hope to see you in the next video.